Welcome back, guys, to Tales of Xillia 2, where once again we've done jobs on the way to our story chapters. Today we're in Drellin, where it seems, if I had to guess by the garb and the ponytail, that Rowan's got a quest for us. But let's turn in some more jobs first of all, with Jolin's plea completed. We'll get ourselves a pipe, shining steam, the black helm, and the developing artist gives us some more points as well, so we get even more points towards what we need. 5 more quests.
Black helm? What does that look like?
Let's have a look. Well, you can't actually see the helm, can you?
Oh yeah, you need to put your helmet hair on.
But the black helm has tons of nice stats. Increases psi, strong against light and
it's
darkness.
An actual helm.
It's
I was
an
hoping
actual
it'd be
helm.
like the Black Knight, like Monty Python.
Nope. Well, we can all wear it, it seems. So.
Oh, that's poo. Who needs stats when you can look like the Black Knight? 'Tis but a scratch.
I need stats. I'm gonna put it on.
It'd be the ultimate troll hat. The final boss would have zeroed your health many times, and you could just go, I'm still fighting and trying to run away, you coward!
But with that done, we've got all our red quests done. They are complete. They are finite. They are done. Dunzo.
Appear every time we go back though.
Red quest? No, white quest,
okay.
yes. So we got 5 more white quests, all in our lava tubes, so that's going to be an interesting killing spree.
Oh, like a me lava tubes.
Indeed. So Rowan's story gets continued.
Ah, Luga. Did you know the city of Drellin is famous for its spirits? Not the kind that interest Jude, mind you. Drellin's spirits are of the liquid variety. With all we've been through, I believe we could use a drink. Shall we wet our whistles?
Shall we get drunk? Get drunk!
I love how they just all out called Jude a spirit perv there.
Sure, but who says we have to stop at 1? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much of a drinker.
Oh, you prude.
We
Let's
definitely
go
is L1,
yeah.
exactly. Go with the flow, Luga. Definitely Rowan will appreciate that.
That's the, spirit. Come, let me show you how to appreciate the finer things. Oh, Lady Mila and Lady Elise. Is anything the matter?
No, nothing. Elise and I are just out for a stroll.
Yep, stretching my legs. What are you two up to?
Luga and I were just about to indulge in some of Drellin's local delicacies.
Sounds intriguing.
Drellin is famous for, seafood and spirits, right? I want to seafood too!
Why not accompany us? We would never turn down such beautiful company.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Sure, I'm in.
Did you mean just Mila?
I meant all 3 of you. 2 beautiful ladies and 1 beautiful plush doll thing.
Oh, Rowan, you're embarrassing me!
Pardon me.
Sure seems like the same old Rowan to me.
That letter must have been a misunderstanding.
Forgive me, everyone. I'm afraid some urgent business has come up.
What is it?
An emergency meeting of the military commanders. We've received threats of terrorism from an extremist group that opposes peace between the nations.
You're a busy man.
Too busy to find the time to complain about it, but it's all for the future of our 2 nations. Luga, I want you to have this.
What is it? Or this a bribe for cancelling our bar date?
I'd say R1 is the more
Chummy.
yeah.
Chummy? We go chummy?
Yeah, let's try it. Oh, poo.
Well, I suppose it might buy a few libations if you sold it, but I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't. It completes a set with my own charm. I promise I'll make this up to you.
He's fully devoting himself to fulfilling his mission.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he'd need a will anytime soon.
True. Well, there's no use worrying about it now. Let's eat.
My fish was so fresh. It was practically still wriggling.
I'll sample Drellin's other claim to fame when Rowan gets back.
This is Vera. There's been an abduction. An extremist group has just claimed responsibility. The victim is Riza Maxian Prime Minister Rowan Ilbert.
What?
Chancellor Marcia has requested Spirius's assistance in the rescue operation. Please return to headquarters ASAP for a full briefing.
Something wrong?
They kidnapped Rowan.
That threat he mentioned earlier. It must have been bait to lure him into a trap.
We gotta save the old guy.
Luger, we're coming with you.
Right then.
Ah, that makes me feel more guilty for picking the wrong option earlier. It's because these stupid things don't take into account that your best friends are the ones that you give the most harsh banter to. Like, the friends I'm most comfortable with, like Vord, we will be the most harsh to with each other. We'll say the meanest things, and I'll smile when I see them when we're Skyping each other. He'll say something really pooey to me, and it'll put the biggest smile on my face, because I know that we're good enough friends to do that to each other. Outsiders might interpret it as mean, but to each other it's the most brilliant kind of friendship, and these games don't always hit that on the nail, because you can't always express kind of that sentiment in written word unless you're that comfortable with someone.
Which is why we often get them wrong.
Yes.
Which can't really help it in that sect.
Tales of Xillia cannot fully encapsulate the human spirit, and that's just what's wrong with this game.
We can encapsulate lots of spirits though.
Yes.
Right then, we've got ourselves a skit. Guiding Rowan is our next one as we go to save him.
I can't believe that a man of Rowan's stature could be kidnapped.
Poor Rowan. I hope they haven't hurt him.
What if they're strapping him onto the torture rack right this moment?
You can't say things like that. He's fine. He has to be.
He'll be fine because he has us. All words have power. Be careful what you say. Let's not admonish. L1 is definitely the correct answer, isn't it?
I think so. It was a bit creepy the way that her chibi kind of picture of her showed her smiling the whole way she was saying that stuff though.
I guess they only had limited pictures. This picture right now would have worked.
Yes, at the beginning it was just creepy.
Thanks, Luger.
And let's remember, this is Rowan we're talking about. I'd be more worried for his captors than for him.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Finally free!
Sorry, Tipo.
No problem. I feel you, sister.
Regardless, there's one thing we know for sure. Standing here worrying about Rowan isn't going to get us any closer to saving him.
That's right. We need to go find him. We can do this, everyone.
You're right.
Roger Dodger!
That's more like it.
Truly spoken! After our old codger!
Right then, I'm still a bit surprised by how many terrorist groups there are in this place. Goodness gracious, they never stop.
Well, real life's full of them as well, so it's fine.
Yeah, but real life's bigger.
I suppose.
Right, apart from that, there just seems to be a terrorist around. Considering the amount you see of a town or anything, there must be a terrorist, like, you walk past, every second person's a terrorist in this world. Right then. Give us the details. I don't know how they managed to capture a guy that's powerful as Rowan anyway.
Should escape on his laser paper aeroplane.
I'll begin the briefing. Prime Minister Ilbert has been kidnapped by an extremist group that espouses Olympian domination.
Olympian domination? I take it they oppose the peace treaty.
Yes, the Olympian government has been sent a list of their demands.
The Olympian government? Why would they care about Rowan?
The Prime Minister is a key player in the peace process. He's crucial to Olympius. They certainly understand that.
They intend to use him as a bargaining chip.
That's horrible.
They also hacked into our telecommunications system and broadcast this message.
Keep Olympia separate. It is a sacred land for a chosen people. We will not have it befouled by a friendship with Riza Maxia. Riza Maxia's inhabitants are our fuel. Its land, nothing more than a penal colony for deserters. The leadership friendship of Olympias has lost its way. We demand the immediate dissolution of the peace treaty. Should you refuse us, the consequences will be decisive and severe.
These nutjobs have Rowan?
We shut down the broadcast immediately, of course, but the extremists have powerful communication jamming Spyrex. We were unable to determine the signal's origin.
If only we had a little more to go on.
What is it?
That's the charm Rowan gave you. May I see it? Apparently it's enchanted by some sort of art. I'm sure the Four could tell us more. Interesting. This art seems to emit a special pulse through earth and water. And it resonates with an opposing pulse transmitted through fire and wind.
What?
Rowan had another stone just like this.
I'll have the Four seek out the strongest point of resonance. That should be the midpoint between the two stones. Then the source of the other pulse should be equidistant from us in the opposite direction.
Midpoint acquired. Now we just need to pinpoint the equidistant location. That puts the source of the transmission near Labari Hollow.
They're in Maxia.
Is this why Rowan gave Luger the stone in the first place?
It's almost as if he knew he'd be abducted.
He's still okay, right?
They're using him as a bargaining chip. They'd be fools to kill him.
Phew!
However, Rowan is still a key figure in the peace movement. They may be planning on disposing of him eventually.
Now that you mention it, the Spurious Corporation has analyzed what would happen if Mr. Ilbert were killed. According to our projections, his death and the resulting backlash would ultimately advance the cause of international peace.
What?
That means...
Could Rowan be planning to use his own death? Or Rowan won't resort to such desperate tactics. It's R1 mainly because of the fact that he's given you a way to find him. If anything, that's him clinging on to life.
Yes, and balls to the statistics, I say. He's got the will to try and carve peace for both nations. That counts for something.
Yeah, and I don't see how his death would help peace because, I don't know, Olympia...
It's because he'd become a martyr. That part is probably actually true. Same as how Che Guevara is now immortalised because he died at a certain precipice of his fame and his cause. If he hadn't died, he probably might have been, but probably wouldn't be quite such a figure as he is now.
Right then, but we both agree it's Rowan wouldn't resort to such desperate tactics.
Wikipedia stuff for you to look up after the video. You should read about these people. It's very interesting.
Owen?
Yes.
No, you're right. We've got to rescue him.
The extremists' hideout is in Labari Hollow. Let's go.
And so, fast travel happens once again. Labari Hollow, let me find it. Let me find it. It'll take 10 years. Or maybe not. Labari Hollow. Hollow entrance is found. We've got Jude going with us, so our healers... Well, actually, technically, we have all party members can heal.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
And we'll be nicely set. But I know the switcherooing. Don't mind me. Do you know what?
Cats! We haven't done them in 100 years.
Right, let's just send them out random places is what I've been doing. So there's a dimensional breach. Somewhere else. There we go. Some place that hasn't been searched yet. Just send them.
You didn't give them any treats.
No, they don't deserve it. They haven't been getting clears lately.
Our kitty doesn't deserve treats, but we give them to her anyway because she's special.
Somewhere. Let's leave no stone unturned.
Don't worry. We'll find you.
You say that, but I'm wondering exactly where we're headed. Because I don't see any markers that say, hey, this is where a quest is.
Right at the bottom. Nope. Oh, I don't know then.
So the question comes as to where we're going. Could it be in any old cave?
Poor old geezer.
Oh!
The sofa cushion.
The sofa cushion of I will have it. For it will give me experience. It will escape me now. Oh, it's completely trapped. Well, we found ourselves something else that's more important than Rowan.
No,
Not
poor
really.
Old Rowan. Poor old geezer.
Alright then, let's get linking up. Who do you want to link with?
I don't know, I'm so used to Muse that I was like, why aren't I
Hope you don't
speeding
mind.
forward?
I've taken Mila, you've taken Muse.
No, Muse's not with us.
Mila.
And it's,
Elise, that's the one, I got there in the end.
it's MU, not M-O-O.
Muse.
Not Muse, the cow spirit.
Okay, so it's Pokemon Day. Does that work?
I don't know. Why do you say things so crazy?
I don't know. Oh, well, we all know we could defeat this a lot faster if we just get a special move on, so let's just keep bashing. Who wants to use it?
I think you should, because I'm very sleepy.
Come here, guy, I need to get this Link Dart going.
Now, the ritual of destruction.
Didn't at all get sidetracked on saving him. And now I'm doing backflips, because why not? Look at the Artland there! Tons of new abilities, except for Elise, who only got a singular one. But to be honest, the Gold Bakura is never bad. It helps us on the overall getting our levels up.
I think we'll be maxed out on those abilities long before we are on our actual levels.
Now, where exactly are we going? That's the question. We can't jump down here, I'm guessing, anymore. In fact, did they fix the bridge in the middle? I thought we could jump down the bridge section.
I can't remember. Wasn't there a real version and then there was that secret dungeon version, so I kind of get confused between the two.
I'm just getting confused between everything.
Yeah, your memory is pretty pants when it comes to this stuff.
Anything. Not this stuff.
Never mind.
I only generally remember like the kung fu attacks that we have to deal with because otherwise I lose my head most of the time.
See, I just don't remember. I just see the attack coming towards me and go, do something! And sometimes it's right.
I think we found our location though.
Hey, what are you doing here?
We're possibly here to beat you up, Olympian extremist, who's all alone.
I've been shuffled again.
You've been shuffled because of that little cutscene.
Yep, because that tiny little cutscene.
Rowan must be in the back.
Hurry.
We're hurrying!
If
I
there's
will say, it's a bit useless for him to carry a life bottle, which I think we got as a reward when there's only one of him. Can't really use it.
Rowan must be inside.
Well, maybe this is just where he lives. Very poor guardsman. Has
This
to
is
live
home.
in the Labari Hollow.
But I think we found him if we can dodge that one. Oi, get off Rowan!
How'd you find us?
Why don't you ask the man on the ground? He clearly outwitted you.
This old fool? Not bloody likely. Ugh. Surrender!
What do we do? Attack them regardless? Or no, ensure Rowan's safety?
And stay back.
Now.
Ah! Blasted Maxians! You'll pay for this!
Nice one, Mila, making the moves, but we knew we got to protect things. We know that no matter what, we're ending up in battle.
Now.
There's so much. Oh, Elise, you're not who I am.
Are you sure? Oh, just as I was about to link Tart and everything. Oh well, there's only one left. We don't really need it.
Well, that settles that.
How can you be so nonchalant about this?
Indeed, he doesn't really care. Kidnapped, unconscious, fine.
Just a normal Saturday night.
Rowan! Thank goodness you're alive!
I knew that you would eventually come and find me here.
Did you know that you would be abducted?
Unfortunately, yes. I considered it enough of a possibility that I should have an insurance policy. I needed something effective but inconspicuous, so I gave Luga a paired resonance stone as a safety measure.
Whoa, good thinking there!
We were able to take out the extremists' home base as a result.
Always the tactician. Your plan really came together there.
It was only possible because I knew I could rely on you.
Rowan, there's something that you should know. We found those letters that you wrote. The wills.
Yeah! You see these tears? We were afraid you might kick the bucket!
Ah, so you ended up finding those. Dare I ask if you read them in their entirety?
No, I was too scared to read past the very beginning.
Then you missed the part where I asked you to assist Lady Drellin in restoring the 6 ruling houses.
Huh?
I believe the 6 houses are crucial to strengthening the bonds between Rashagal and Azul. I have hidden multiple letters to other prominent figures in my residences in Kanbalar, as well as those in Finmont. They outline all of the steps that should be taken in order for the prosperity and future of Rize Maxia, as well as the peace process.
I see. That way your mission could continue even without you.
Not that I had any intention of dying, mind you. After all, there is still much I must do. I simply haven't the time to die. But at the same time, I understand that no one lives forever.
Rowan.
The thought of our bright future flickering out because I died with my plans half finished. To me, that would be a fate crueler than death itself.
But this way, the hope of achieving international peace can survive even without you.
Exactly. I have written such letters to a great number of people. And you are one of them, young miss.
I never would have imagined that you'd come to me for something this important. Are you okay with this?
Although, hey, you know you can count on us.
I want you to decide your own future, Elise. Yet as much as I hate to burden you with the fate of the country, we are good friends, and I could not help but ask.
I'd be more than honored, Rowan.
But knock off all this dying talk! You're bumming me out!
I'll make sure nothing happens to Rowan, or your stance is admirable, but you had Elise and Drizel worried. L1. I think it's the caring about Rowan moment that gets the Rowan rep.
I think they're both quite nice stances in a way. Like, acknowledging that what he had was a good idea. I don't know, L1 then perhaps. Like, you can't really chastise him for worrying others when his intentions were good.
Definitely. We'll all protect you, no matter what happens.
Count on it.
Thank you, my friends. Well, it appears I won't need to have you read the rest of the letter then.
Yes.
It's from Chancellor Marcia. She seems to have been quite concerned about me.
You are important to Chancellor Marcia, just like you're important to us.
Yeah, you're totally buddies now!
Oh, we are? I suppose that our relationship has evolved beyond the point of mere colleagues. Perhaps I should invite her out for dinner and apologize for putting her through all of this.
Rowan's going on a date!
Hey, not so fast. You better treat us all to dinner first. Something upscale should suffice.
I have to pay for everything?
May joys from afar beget joys close to the hearth, and carry those joys far afield.
She's got you there, Rowan.
I accept defeat. Tonight will be my treat.
Woohoo! Hooray!
It's just like they say, for the act of spreading joy is the greatest joy of all. Someday I'll take you to dinner. You deserve a reward for all your hard work, too.
I'm looking forward to it already.
So another chapter is completed with a pointing stick gained.
I read it wrong. I thought it said a pointed stick.
A pointed stick?
Yes, in a Welsh kind of accent, like the Monty Python sketch.
It's a pointed stick.
I love the fresh fruit sketch.
Well, we can't check it out yet until we've reached the town, but that said, For this episode of Tales of Xillia 2, we've resolved Rowan's chapters, we've resolved Rowan's stories as my tongue gets tied, so with a pointed stick gained. We continue onwards next time with another chapter. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.